Hey everyone, we're back with Chaos Child. Last time, everything is, it's gonna be fine. No one's gonna die again. It's the first right now, right? It's kind of weird. I just finished recording like 2 hours of Fate Grand Order. For the past couple of weeks, I haven't really been enjoying either series much. But now I'm in the rising action of both, and it's like, oh, I want to do both at the same time. When before, it's like I don't want to do either. Anyway, the sun set early in late autumn. Late autumn? Well, yeah, okay, I guess November is. Just as I said over at lunch, there's no club meeting that day. A short conversation with Serica, then headed straight for Alberdorn. Okay, great, there is something I wanted to talk about. So I've been going over this a lot lately, but I just figured, this is what people crave, right? I've been thinking about who the main antagonist is, right? There has to be someone. If it's the teacher, which that would be disappointing, right? There has to be a character who is known to us, who would be a satisfying villain, right? That is, in Chaos Head, having it be who it was isn't the greatest, but I think it worked out well enough, right? If it was the teacher, what's his name, Wakui? He hasn't shown up in ages. He has maybe 3 scenes or something, right? That would not be satisfying. There are basically 2 characters I can see that it would work as. Well, 4, okay? I'm throwing Kunosato and Shinjo in there, but I don't think it's them. Shinjo, I haven't always been a little sus of him, but because we've seen his thoughts, I don't think it's him. Kunosato, she's a cute anime girl, it can't be her. Well, she's a cute anime girl who's opposed to us. She's been, you get that, right? Anyways, Taku's dad is obviously the first one, who I think it would work out, but I think that would just be too edgy for me, which is kind of why I don't want that to be true. Second, though, by the way, this is still question marks. When are we gonna meet Senri? We know it's her. Come on. Second off is Senri / Serica, who, obviously my Serica theory. I don't know if she's being controlled by Senri or if she's working against Senri or what, but some relation there. If Serica were the, not necessarily mastermind, but let's just say the main culprit, I think that would work. I think it could work, depending on how they do it, of course. Anyways, just like I said that over, oh, I already read this. And straight for Alberdorn. Oh no! Move the needle! Move the needle! Even though it's already starting to get dark, it's easy to imagine some hidden attacker lurking in the shadows. There's more than just fear inside me now. Of course, I was afraid of the murderer. Afraid of being killed in some horrible way, dying of incredible pain. I also feel a black rage rearing its ugly head inside. You're gonna pay for what you did. Whoever the frick you are, I'll find you and I'll tear you into tiny, bloody little shreds. Darth talked through. Those feelings grew inside me with each passing moment.
Oh, 君、宮代タクル君だね。悪いけど、ちょっと話を聞かせてくれないかな。
Ricky's camera with your psychic powers.
なんだよね。最初に見たとき、どんな気持ちだった？
The media was still camped outside Alberdorn. Actually, this is what happened to Yui. There's still more of them than ever. Now that we are victims in their minds, that made them our self-appointed heroic defenders. They've gotten even bolder.
犯人は君の親友だって噂だけど、本当なの？すごいショックだよね。どうやって謝罪してほしい？
友達はなんでこんなことをしたと思う？何か悩んでいたとか、心当たりはないかな？
Well, don't attack them. Break the cameras. They can't link that to you. Shut up. You want me to do the same thing to you that he did to her? Yeah, break the cameras! Several of the lights the reporters were holding shattered at the same time. And I suddenly came back to my senses, shocked at the strong impulse I felt in the eerie light the D-Sword was giving up. Wait, oh. Just the lights? Come on, the cameras would be deserved. Today's still only November 2nd. Oh, it's the 2nd. Nothing will happen until the 4th. Nothing. Pushed my way past the media and ran inside the dorm, repeating those words as if they were a magic spell. I'm back. Try to calm myself down and act like nothing had happened. You'd all hear me yelling. It'd wake him up.
おかえりなさい。タックルさん。
Hi, Yuki, I forgot you're here. That tiny little Yamazoe, Yuki, peeking at me from the kitchen. We still weren't used to calling each other by our first names.
晩ご飯もうすぐできますから。
Thank you. Thank you for cooking for me, child. None of us, including Dad, really wanted to eat anything, but she made dinner every night anyway. It's probably her way of struggling against the sadness. Where are Dad and Kyusu?
先生は警察です。ゆいさんのことで。
See.
ののさんは診察室でゆうとくんの看病を。
Okay. Hey, Uki.
はい。
It's fine for today, but 2 days from now, on the 4th, sugar not alone at any point in time. Stay with everyone. Don't go outside no matter who tells you to. Got it?
それはタクルさんでもですか?
Don't trust anyone. Not even yourself. That's right. Don't trust anyone. Remembered what Arimura had said, and my heart ached a little. Uki mumbled to herself for a moment, seemingly considering my word. Then she nodded. I'll go check on Itou.
じゃあ、ののさんにもご飯だって伝えてください。ゆうとくんのお世話は私が交代しますから。
Got it. Left the dining room and quietly went down the stairs to the clinic. I opened the door. Itou was lying on the bed and looking up at the ceiling. He's showing more emotion than he had been right after it happened. Couldn't answer when you spoke to him. He was being given stronger psychotropics. Psychotropics? And I can guess what that is, but I've never heard the word before. But most of his time was asleep or barely alert. Itou?
ああ、おかえりなさい。
Hello. How are you doing?
よくなったよ。もう平気。
He forced himself to smile, probably because he didn't want to worry me. The muscles that controlled his face weren't working the way he wanted yet. Looked like more like he was about to cry. Oh, another thing I've been thinking of, right? I forget if I mentioned this. So, Itou claimed he was the culprit behind everything. Not necessarily true, right? But plausible, especially since he's been mind controlled for a long time, according to Funasato, right? Meaning, during the 4th murder, Itou had an alibi with Serika. I'm just saying. Where's Kurusu? Looked around and didn't see her near the bed. Oh, I should have gone out and looked at his alibi for the 3rd case. I did look back at a little bit of old footage. Like, I saw that Rico is like in the prologue. I didn't even remember that.
あっち、今眠ってるからそっとしておいてあげて。
I'll stop interrupting you. Found her at the desk where Dad kept his work computer. She was face down on the desk, with her long hair covering the top half of her body. Her breathing was gentle and rhythmic. The computer was still on. She must have fallen asleep while working on it.
のの姉ちゃん、あんまり寝てないみたいなんだ。僕の世話だけじゃなくて、生徒会のお仕事とかいっぱいあるみたいで、ずっとパソコンに向かってるし。僕ならもう大丈夫って言ってるのに。
Dad's job to tell you when you're fine. Actually, she's been playing ESO2 the whole time.
そうだけど。
Don't worry about stuff too much. Just focus on getting better. Neither of us would bring up Yui. Probably have to wait until Itou was a lot more grown up. I feel like saying focus on getting better isn't the right thing to say right there. But I don't know. Tapped him on the shoulder, grabbed the blanket off the other bed and softly walked over to Kurusu. Even with the heater on, I figured she might catch cold if she slept in a place like this. That's not how colds work. Takayo. But froze when I saw what was on the computer screen. Playing several sites that dealt with the return of the new gen madness. The very front was the video from Don't Look. Paused right at the moment where the victim realized she'd sliced up his own arm and passed out in a puddle of blood, tears, and drool. Newly bought notebook next to her, filled with words in her pretty handwriting. Some of those names, locations, and times had overlapped with what we had on the map at the clubroom wall. Teresa had made several sharp insights of her own. What does this say? Right here. I kind of sort of know that okay, so that's katakana. I think that's To? That Ka? Tokato. It's Tokado, guys. It's Tokado. For example, Incident 2. Why didn't the victim put on makeup for the last street performance? The mind controller is male? You don't consider that a girl need to put on makeup? Senry's ID card. No one but me knew that I buried it under the memorial in the remembrance of it. Oh, killer had to read my mind to get up? The killer can read minds? Killers. Which means there are two killers, one that can read minds and one who can control minds. Words talk use multiple killers theory. There's a page after page of it. I should put all this together in such a short time. Oh. She must have sensed that I was staring at her, because she moved a little. Her almond-shaped eyes slowly opened and she blinked several times. Then she raised her head and looked at me.
Oh, なんだ、タクルか。おかえりなさい。
Yo. I'm home. You have a blanket. Or catch a cold.
やだ、私居眠りしちゃってたのね。ありが。
Then she seemed to realize her mistake. Quickly reached out her hand to turn off the computer monitor. I grabbed it. ...
ね、タクル、これは。
Refused to let go of her hand.
一体何なの、タクル。
That's what I should be asking you. Don't tell me you're doing this for the student council. Kirsu flinched a little. This is the exact opposite of how things usually went between us. It's always me who did the flinching.
そうだけど。
Hell it is.
痛いから、いい加減手離して。
We need to give her "you're not the main character" speech. Throw it back at her, Takeru. Kept holding on and glared at her for a while. First she squirmed a little. Eventually her naturally strong will won out. She glared right back at me. Don't know how long we stayed like that, but surprisingly, it was Kurusu who gave up first. She suddenly put her other hand on top of mine.
ごめんなさい。だから、話して。
I relaxed my grip a little and shook her hand away. Why are you doing this on your own? You're not thinking of finding the real killer on your own, are you? Try to keep the rest of us out of it too?
それは。
You'd get mad if I did that, but you're allowed to? Is that what this is? What if the killer comes after you and you end up like Yui? I don't want that to happen.
タクル。
Kurusu fell silent for a second after I spat out the words. Then she started to talk, hesitantly, as if she were uncertain of how to say what she was thinking.
前にタクルが言ってたでしょ。事件が自分のことを追いかけてきてるみたいだって。
Yeah?
私もそうなの。
Question mark?
この事件に千里が関わってるって知った時から、私はいつも彼女に追われてる。
Huh? Senri? Minamisawa Senri! What did she mean by that? Did she say that Senri died in the Shibuya earthquake? I mean, she doesn't have to mean that literally. But also, probably it is literal. Then that was a lie? Senri is not only after me, but Kurusu? Kurusu must have sensed my confusion because she shook her head.
千里は地震で死んだわ。それは間違いない。私を追いかけてくるのは、なんて言ったらいいのかな。彼女の亡霊なの。
That ghost's name? Erika. Huh? My mouth hung open as I struggled to understand what she just said. Never imagined she'd use such an unscientific, as we use delusion magic swords, word like ghost. What are you talking about? I don't understand.
ごめんなさい。今はまだこれしか言えないの。話す勇気が
Such a death
出
flag.
ないから。
Her face twisted in sorrow. See. No, I don't see. But for everything, there's still so much you won't tell me. Nothing's changed. Kurusu. By the time I realized what I'd said, it was too late. Pain in my heart had come back, and the words had slipped out of my mouth. Even after I'd sworn that I was never going to say those words to her again. It's like it expected. She looked even more sad. So, no, I didn't mean that. No, I mean it. Told you before, right? I'm different than who I used to be. Right here in Alberdorn, right? I'm still gonna get mad or upset. I wouldn't come back. Kirsu sat down on the bed, exhausted. Suddenly realized that Itou had left. Smart! It was dinner time after all. Probably thought the two of us wanted to be alone. There's a long, long silence after that. Neither Kirsu nor I said a word. We stared at different spots in the room. Eventually, Kirsu started to talk. Huh?
いつかタクルにだけは私が言えないでいること何もかも全部話したいと思ってるそのせいでまた嫌われちゃうかもしれないけどそれでも構わない
I mean, it would be nice if you gave us this information before, like, the murder day.
その時はちゃんと最後まで聞いてくれる
Yeah.
ありがとう
And finally, she smiled. It was a weak smile. Looked as though it could fade at any second.
ねえタクル覚えてる地震の後昏睡から目を覚ました日のこと
Nope. I was really out of it, so not really. Remember the first thing I saw was you crying.
そう
Thinking back, it's kind of strange. Why were you crying?
嬉しかったからよ目を覚ましてくれて
Okay, so I remember last time there's an implication that Senri was around after the earthquake, right? Right? There, I swear there was. I forgot what the exact line was, but I'm going with that. What if like Sarika and Senri can't exist at the same time or something? Like Sarika's like her, like a her heart or her mind or something, right? I don't know. Back then, you and I were still strangers.
タクルはそうだったかもしれないけど私はタクルのことを1年以上ずっと面倒見てきたのよ私にとっては大切な家族の一員になってたもの
The fragile smile was still on her face.
だからお姉ちゃんはタクルのことなら何でも知ってるのよ
What stuff? What do you
恥ず
know?
かし
Stop it. You're not supposed to say that.
そうだったわねごめんもう言わない
Then the silence returned. It was as if the two of us were trapped by memories of the past, forgotten that time even existed.
あの
That time's starting to move again. It's an eavesdropper! Oh, that's right. We missed dinner. Sorry.
いえすぐに温め直しますからごめんねウキちゃん
Uki may or may not have been able to tell what was going on between us. She left for the upstairs dorm without another word.
タクル先に行ってて
Sure. Oh, Kurusu? She got up for the bed and headed for the door, and I called out to her.
何
Her soft chestnut hair flew upwards as she spun around. I looked into her beautifully colored. Stop it! No! We don't ship this. I was finally able to say it. I don't want to lose any more of my family. How long had it been since I called Kurusu part of my family? Okay, you're not allowed to date her now. That makes it weird. Her eyes went wide for a moment. Suddenly she started to cry.
タクル
But really, don't do this. Don't try to find the killer on your own. Something happened to you. Happened to you. He happened to you. It's pathetic. I'm not supposed to cry.
わかったもうしないだからお願いタクルも約束して私を残して行ってしまわないって
Cross your fingers because
私を置いて消えてしまわないって
Cross your fingers, this is not the true ending. So you have to lie. Yeah.
私耐えられないこんなに悲しいの耐えきれない
She probably didn't even know what she was doing. She ran up to me and buried her face in my chest. She wrapped her arms around me. She refused to let go. Cried for a long, long time. calling out Yui's name in a tiny voice. Ryusu. Till now, I'd always been bothered by the idea of a family. That was just a heavy, annoying chain that kept me stuck in one place. But I was wrong. Dad, Yui, Itou, Ryusu, even Uki now. They're all part of my family. It's only then that it really hit me that Yui was gone forever. I held Ryusu's frail body tight. Cried like a baby for a long, long time. November 3rd. School's empty since it had closed for Culture Day. Of course, no one from the newspaper club was there. The room was quiet and empty. I'd been there alone since lunchtime. I wasn't sure how many hours I'd been staring at the map, looking for a clue that pointed towards the real killer. I had until tonight. Once it was past midnight, November 4th would be here. Then the final return of the New Gen Madness murder could happen at any time. The killer's probably getting ready right now. Why are they following the dates though? What's the importance of that? Who was their last target? Was it me? Arimura? Uki? Someone didn't know at all. I wonder if we can like connect the dots and it makes a symbol. Probably not, but that'd be cool. Arimura already said she'd spend the night at Alba Dorm and asked her to stay with Uki and the others at all times. With her power, she'll be able to avoid a repeat of what happened to Yui. And sorry, Kyusu, I'm a liar. Find the real killer, make sure they came after me. Then I'll take revenge for Yui. That's the duel. Yesterday, I'd spoken with Arimura and the others, gone over the things that didn't make sense. When we talked, there were a few things we'd left to come back to later. First, the third case, revolving dead. Why did the policeman ignore us when he saw us inside the love hotel wearing Hekiho uniform? The answer is probably what I initially thought. The officer was being mind-controlled. The only reason I could think of was that the killer wanted me to be at the scene. Oh, I should have gone back and looked at that. Wait, you know what? Look, we're doing a recap of everything, right? This video can be longer if it needs to. Chaos Child, Horsey, we're going back. We're going back in time, everyone. To a time before COVID-19, I think. Wait, when was this? April, oh, never mind. To a time during COVID-19. Let's see. Part 5, Infiltration. Hello everyone, we're back with K. TV. Let's see. Oh, this was before I had the committee mod. Nono was there. Sarika's there. Way to go. Sarika found a vending machine. I want to see the scene with the police officer. We were with Sarika then. Sarika, we were able to fool him, Sarika said. Yeah, okay, you can see the uniforms. Sarika, what do you have to say to this? Speed it up. Why didn't he arrest us? Hold on, shut up, come on. Stop talking. This horsey guy never shuts up, does he? Oh my. He just keeps going. Why do you keep talking? I mean, Sarika was there with Takeru during it. The only thing I could think of was the killer wanted to be there at the scene. Couldn't figure out why. Why not think about it again another way? What if I hadn't gone there? Why would that cause a problem for them? I don't know if it's the connection between the stickers and the case, or... I mean, I think 1 and 3 are both valid, but I think it's 1. That's right. Taking the video without even thinking about it, and after analyzing it 100 times, I found the sumo sticker. I found the other stickers of the other murder sites. I made a video connecting the murders and uploaded it to the internet. Because of that video, our minor little club site's got an incredible number of hits. Killer sent me there for the benefit of the newspaper club? It's ridiculous. Brandon crumpled up the paper, ordered a newspaper club site hits, and threw it in the trash. I glared up at the map again. To the next note that we'd like to come back to. About Watabe. Too morbidly obese. The real reason that our site had gotten so many hits was that Watabe got involved. That's why he decided to hold an interview with us. Just like I said yesterday, I couldn't figure out why. The interview would have done nothing but fuel the flame war. Just thought Watabe had already been under control of the killer. I mean, this killer started to gain something from having Watabe meet with us? Who stood to gain by having Watabe come to Hekiho? Yes, the newspaper club. I was gonna say the school itself, but that's right. We, the newspaper club, were the ones who stood to gain something. Glanced at the paper I'd thrown in the trash that read newspaper club site hits. We're already kind of famous because of the video. The arrival of Watabe only increased that. So, it's Kazuki! Then just as the discussion was about to start, Watabe had become a victim of the return of the New Gen Madness. What could be more sensational than that? Like they're trying to make us famous. But why? After that, the newspaper club got deeper and deeper into the case. The case became more than just something we reported on. Went through things that no high school newspaper club would ever experience, but excitement, terror, and surprise. What if Takeru is the culprit and he's doing all this to make himself the main character? Just by toying with the newspaper club. Part of that was the attack on me and Arimori by the pyrokinetic. Even then, the killer had shown signs of toying with us. It wasn't Senri who attacked us. It was another woman named Haida Riko. The killer had Minamisawa's Senri ID card. That's what did fool us, also sent the case off in the wrong direction. Last night I finally solved the mystery of the ID card. I had seen this about Senri's ID card in Kusu's notes. Put it under the memorial. Yeah, okay, it's this one. They read her mind and dug it up. Well, not necessarily read her mind. That's what it said in Kusu's notes. Yeah. We just read that. Safe to assume that she was right. The killer had read her mind and taken the ID card from the memorial. But what was the reason? Why did the killer want to make it look like Senri was attacking us? What's the point? They... Is it terrifying me by bringing up... It's one or two. I think two. That's right. I felt like the killer was using Senri to take advantage of my trauma. In fact, I felt terrified many times because of that. That means... I spoke aloud without even realizing it. Killer isn't after the newspaper club. They're after me? It's impossible. No way they could have committed all those murders just to mess with me. It made no sense, and it was far too elaborate. For all the effort they put into it, there's something that didn't make sense about the incident with Itou and Yui. That was... Oh, yes, too pathetic a motive. In the order, Uki, not Yui, should have... No. No sense for it to turn Itou into the killer if the motive is vengeance. Didn't know where. That's right, there's no point in making Itou out to be the killer. In fact, making him the killer is the wrong thing to do. The point was to make it look like this was Senri's revenge. There are other people who would make more sense. For example, it was scary to even think about it, Senri's best friends, Kurusu and Kawahara. One of them had committed the murder. The police never would have become suspicious at all. Also, we would not even have figured out that mind control was involved. The whole thing could have ended with the assumption that it was a plot to get revenge for an old friend. Why did the killer choose Itou when he wasn't involved? Because he's our best bud? Why did they make him tell lies that would easily be found out? What's the point? Like they're trying to tell us that Itou was just a puppet? The real killer was someone else. Suddenly I stood up from my chair. Is that what they were after? The killer deliberately chose Itou, who had no motive at all, to commit the crime? Of course, we realized that immediately, started looking even harder for the real killer. None of the cops, except for Shinjo-san, would believe in psychic power. The media speculation, the public's confusion and interest would only grow. Exactly what had happened. One more pundits or pundits? And commentators are arguing over whether Itou, they always called Boy A, was really the killer. Of course, multiple threads showed up on @channel simultaneously declaring both his innocence and his guilt. There were threads speculating about who the true killer might be. They showed no signs of stopping. Tomorrow was the 4th. From midnight tonight to midnight tomorrow, the whole city would be waiting with bated breath to see the killer's next move. What if the killer actually planned all this? It's like they're challenging me to a game. They lured me in with the return of the New Gen Madness, which they knew I'd take an interest in. They used Senri to drive me into a corner from which I couldn't escape. They were moving everyone around for their own ends, both the wrong-siders and self-proclaimed right-siders. Chess pieces on a board. They wanted me, the other player, trying to stop the last murder on November 4th. Put my hand on my forehead and stared at the map, unable to believe it. That only reason? Killed all those people? Just for that? That's why they did that to Yui? This is a delusion. It's all my delusion. If we go back to like October 15th, it's all about a delusion. I could hear that I was whispering to myself. That's right. There has to be some greater conspiracy going on here. Huge conspiracy that'll shake the world to its core. We've been caught up in that huge plan. That's why this was happening to us. That had to be it. Oh no! Ah, ringing phone! And it's Takumi from Chaos Ed, trying to give us a hint. Ooh-ah! Or it's Dario. Quickly looked around for the source. My smartphone, which I kept inside my bag. Quickly pulled it out and looked at the screen. Shinjo-san? Shinjo-san had been visiting Itou in the hospital every day. Okay, I hate that sound. Pick it up. Since he's the one in charge of Yui's case. Who's calling, that meant? Forced myself to stay calm as I hit the answer button.
Miyashiro-kun ka?
Hello. Did Itou wake up?
2時間ほど前だ。
2 hours? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
無茶を言わないでくれ。他の捜査員が病室を出ていくタイミングを待ってたんだ。こうして君に電話してること自体、処分者なんだからな。
What about Itou? Is he okay?
ああ、意識レベルは改善されてきた。話もできる。ただ、どうだ、久野里さん。
Hear Kunosato's voice from the other end of the phone.
大脳新皮質だけでなく、海馬や言語中枢にもダメージを負っている。無理をさせたら、その後のことは知らないぞ。
という状態だ。それでも伊藤君がどうしても君と話したいと言ってる。
We gotta go. Okay.
いいか、変わるぞ。
Okay. Gulp down the saliva in my mouth. Suddenly I felt a terrible uncertainty in my heart. What was I supposed to say to Itou? Even if you've been mind controlled, he was still the one who chopped up my little sister. See, that's the dilemma. I love that kind of dilemma. I didn't hear any sound coming from the phone. Itou? I heard the sound of a deep breath on the other side of the phone. Itou, are you okay? Again, that was all I could say. Yeah, it's me. Water under the bridge. Well, Taku probably wouldn't say that, but come on, we love Itou. What? No, don't say another word. Try to cut him off. They ignored me and started crying. We've got the only way to atone is to become detective buddies with me and crack the case. What are you talking about? You saying you were going to die? Shinjo-san's yelling overlapped with my words. Listen to me. I don't think you did that to Yui. Someone else is the real killer. Yeah, you're innocent. Is that? I doubt that's the case, right? Just trying to remember. Someone did something to you, right? Right? That's right. Who's the one controlling your mind? Suddenly I heard him scream in pain on the other end of the phone. Itou!
どうした？おい！
ストップだ。やめさせろ。脳波がおかしい。
何？
思考誘導が残ってる。情報を引き出せないようにしてあるぞ。これは。
Dang it. Taku, get in there with your D-sword! Oh, wipe off the magic. What?
このままだと海馬をやられる。
Oh, I think he needs that, right? That's a...
聞こえたか？
that important?
終わりだ。切るぞ。
Dang it.
待ってくれ。電話切らないでくれ。
Itou screams, cut him off.
思い出せそうなんだ。もう少しで何か。
Yo, give us a clue, Itou. Anything.
伊藤君
Itou, that's enough. Stop. But Itou didn't stop. He's trying his hardest, all while enduring horrific pain, to tell me something. Kazuki.
宮代あれは確か物質だ
The club room?
いつだったかはわからない俺の他にもう一人誰かがいて
I would love it if there's a scene in Chaos Shroud. I would not remember it. It'd be early on. Where look, it's gotta be Wakui, Kazuki, or Serika, right? If there's a scene where like, oh hey, can you stay alone in the club room with me for a little while? I would love it if this was like, you know, foreshadowed like that.
ダメだもうよせうるさいまだ宮代と話してんだいるな
Itou!
ゆいちゃんの敵が取れるならこんな頭どうなったっていい
Even from here, I can sense his incredible determination.
聞いてるか宮代
Yeah, I'm listening.
そいつとしばらく話しててそしたらそうだいきなりスマホでお前の写真を見せてきたんだ
Oh my god, it's a rival crypto NFT. He's trying to stop Takio, that's why. A picture of me?
あれはどんな写真だったかでも驚いたのは覚えてるなんで驚いたのか
It's literally the NFT!
宮代が楽しそうにしてたんだ青葉寮の人たちとあんな宮代初めて見たから
Takio's dad wouldn't be in the school, right? And if it's Nono, that is crazy. I no, it cannot be Nono. Picture from Alba Dorn? What is he talking about? There are no photos like that.
それであそうだそいつは笑いながら指さしたんだよ
Hold on. We're finding the picture of the NFT. Where would I find it? Festival prep, camera kid, the night before, fourth murder, questioning sidekicks, 1-of-1 fungible token. Here we go. Thank you, pass me. And now we just have to go through the YouTube video. As of right now, we only know 2 people who have it, right? Oh yeah, it's that scene in Nono's bedroom. Oh yeah, that's back when he was afraid of Yuki. Great. Okay, so yeah, okay. Takiro is on the left, then Yuto, Yui, Nono, and in the back is Takuro's dad, whatever his name is. I mean, you would point and laugh if like, you know, hey, look, that's me in the picture, haha. Right? Like, I can't think of why like anyone else would point and laugh. Who took the picture? The picture. You don't have a backup? I mean, in the way the picture is structured, it kind of makes me think that Takuro's dad set it up because he's in the back. The rest are kind of in the front, right? But he set it up to go, and then he kind of ran in and, you know, put his hands on their shoulders. Are they going with that? Oh. Oh. Okay, never mind. That whole thing was pointless. Yui. It was Yui. Killer had a picture of me and Yui together.
それで俺怖くなって逃げようとしたらいきなりドアからもう一人入ってきてその二人が
Two of them.
二人がやめろやめてくれ何すんだよやめろ
Itou! Itou!
伊藤君
He died for a noble cause. His mind had finally reached its limits. There was one last scream of terror, then nothing. He didn't answer, no matter how many times I yelled his name. All I heard was meaningless mumbling. He didn't seem to know where he was or what he was doing anymore.
Miyashiro-kun, 残念だが、もう電話は。
Give the phone to Kunosato. Just do it, hurry! A moment later, Kunosato answered the phone in a cold voice.
何か用か。
Please, help Itou.
こいつに無理をさせたのはお前だろう。今さら何を言っている。
Once this is over, you can use me as a guinea pig for your experiments. So please, don't use Itou as your guinea pig. You'd love that. Heard a mocking laughter in her voice.
今の言葉、確かに聞いたぞ。
Do whatever you want. Just save Itou.
分かった。できるだけのことはしてみよう。ただし、過度の期待はするなよ。
Then she hung up the phone. No matter how many times I called back, she didn't answer. Maybe one of the other police officers besides Shinjo-san had come into the room. Itou. Very end, he'd endured horrific pain just to give me that information. Thinking back, what he told me was crucial. Cold autumn evening, I could still feel cold sweat forming on my forehead. The person who controlled Itou's mind, once here in this room. It drive my tired, exhausted mind to fit in the last piece of the puzzle. That can't be. Does it sound like the real killer? The real killer had to be one of us. Sound effect. I couldn't believe it. Didn't want to believe it. That's the hint Itou gave me. Maybe that hint was also a message from the killer. The fact that Itou had woken up right before November 4th. The fact that he'd given me that information. All seemed like part of the killer's next move. No, that was Itou's will. He handed me. It was his final attack. If that's what you want, then I'll play along. What if it's just what you want? I will find you. Itou's first hint. Killer was talking with Itou in private in the newspaper club room. Read that it was someone close enough to Itou to have a chat like that. Someone who belonged in the newspaper club. Process of elimination? Who can I rule out? Which of these people can't be a suspect? Oh, are we doing this? Okay, we can rule out Uki. Definitely rule out Uki. There's a call from my missing number that Itou had received. I thought that was her, right? Now that I know Itou did it himself. They even have the teacher on the board! Look at him! Look at that evil smile! If she and Itou were working together, there would have been no need for him to install that app. Could have just had Uki make the call. Rule her out. Kunosato wouldn't be here. I only met Kunosato. But it was after Itou had meant to take the call. What it meant before that point. When it didn't match with Itou's evidence. It can eliminate her. How do we know when this phone call happened? Like, we don't necessarily know this. Well, I guess we're assuming this was at some point between the 4th and 5th murders. So, Arimori is fine then. Shinjo, well, he showed up once, but it'd be weird if he showed back up. Fairly safe to take Shinjo off the list. They'd only met after I got on the call from my old smartphone. Safe to rule him out. Sorry, did he ever say what? Did Itou say? Hippocampus. In the club room. Someone else was with, yeah, he never said when this happened. Like, this could have been at any time. Kawahara would have been kind of weird. Take Kawahara-kun off the list. He was friends with Kyusu, but not that close to Itou. Because of Kyusu, he didn't like the newspaper club. Try to imagine the two of them talking in private here. Then, I guess Arimori. Sure that Arimori wasn't part of the newspaper club. She's known to come here from time. Okay. Too early to rule her out. That's everyone then. Okay. Look at that evil teacher with a sprite. Look, just the fact that he has a sprite is suspicious. How do I enter? Do I take myself off the list? That's me. I know I'm not the killer, so I can rule myself out. But experience for myself just how terrifying mind control is. Very possible that I could have been involved in the crime, and just haven't realized it. I trust no one. Not safe to rule anyone out, not even myself. Let me. Yes, can't rule out anyone, not even Kurusu. Think carefully. Who? The teacher? No, you cannot rule out the teacher. But who is the advisor? Would sometimes come by, and he'd probably spoken with Itou. In other words, they couldn't rule him out. Yeah. Who am I supposed to rule out then? Sariko? Kazuki? Because she can't talk? What? Even when she's in the club room, she's always playing ESO2. She never really she never spoke to anyone. Even if she was alone with Itou, she never would have talked to him. Really? You're saying you can't trust yourself, but you can't trust the fact that Kazuki might not play an MMO? Yeah, all of those guys. Definitely rule out these 5. Who's left? I use Itou's evidence to narrow it down further.
そいつとしばらく話してて、そうしたら、そうだ。
Taylor had a picture of me. Picture of me in Alba Dorm with Yui. If I was smiling, that meant it was a pretty old one. Nothing else. It had to be from before I had gone to live by myself in the park. Only ones who could show Itou that picture were probably only 3 people who could have done it. Was it Sariko? I'd only met her recently. She wouldn't have old photos of us. And then the advisor wouldn't have it. Oh, okay, we're pointing out the people who could have it. My bad. Sariko's my childhood friend. She'd known me longer than anyone else here. Before, she probably had plenty of old photos of me. When I lived in Albert Dorm, she'd come over almost every day. Gotten along with everyone. But she had a photo of Yui too. In other words, she fit that criteria. Only one? Yeah. Okay. No, we can skip that and Takuyo. Oh, there's probably unique dialogue for that one. Been long lost on my cell phone. The phone still hasn't been found. In other words, since I didn't currently have any photos like that, it couldn't be the killer. The moment I was relieved. When did someone be controlling Itou's mind? I didn't know. It was before I dropped my phone. Okay. It was possible that I could have shown Itou the old photo. I'm left with these 3, huh? Pursed my lips as I stared at the photos on the map. The real killer is one of these 3 people. Kurusu, Onoe, or me. One of us is the person who killed all those sidekicks. Did that to Yui. Come up with a lot of different theories, but looking back at them, they all seem so impossible. At some point, the setting sun had disappeared behind the artificial horizon created by the city's skyline, and night was falling. How many hours were left? Until November 4th began. Grabbed my bag and ran out of the room. I wanted something. Some form of unshakable evidence. Evidence proving who the killer was. It's not right. That's not right. It's not what I wanted. What I wanted was proof that neither Kurusu, Sarika, nor I was the killer. Breathing sound effects. Kurusu! Push my way through the media scamps, and we're about to get like a lewd CG there in the middle of changing, and then we trip and fall, and we'll go a little bit further. It's 48 minutes in. I probably should have called it during that intermission. I pushed my way through the media camps that still crowded around the clinic and ran inside, just as Uki was coming out of the exam room. She was holding Yuto's laundry, nearly spilled it on the floor when she saw me. She. Huh?
ゆうとくん、お薬を飲んで、やっと眠れたんです。
Uh-oh.
そんなに慌てて、ののさんに何か。
It's important. Where is she right now?
さっきまで、私と一緒にゆうとくんのお世話を。今は自分のお部屋だと思います。
I see. Oh, like what if like Nono shared the picture with someone? Is that what he's going at? Reminded Uki to make sure that once the 4th began, she was never to let herself be alone. Then I headed up the stairs to the dorm. Kurusu, are you here? Kurusu? Knocked on the door, but there's no answer. How strange. She was in the room. She should have been able to answer. Coming in, okay? Softly turned the doorknob. Wasn't locked. Well, he used his power there. Opened the door just a little and looked inside. The lights were off and the room was pitch black. Go to sleep already? Maybe she wasn't feeling well. Tried her best to hide it, but ever since Yuya died, she'd been a mess. She wasn't eating much. She'd clearly lost weight. Here to look at. Are you okay? Should I call Dad? Is it a new song? I haven't heard that piano before. Spoke softly as they came inside and approached the bed. Huh? No one was there. She wasn't lying on the bed or the sofa. No! Or sitting at the desk. Where the hell did she go? She turned on the lights, but the room was completely empty. I remembered that she said something about sleeping in my room before and checked there. It was empty too. Hey, Kurusu? Didn't want to wake Itou, so I still shouted as I ran downstairs.
Ah, senpai konbanwa su.
Harimori was in the dining room. She was flipping through the pages of a girl's magazine, looking bored. Harimori, sorry, but can you take care of Uki?
いやいや、私あの子の保護者じゃないっすよ。だいたい宮代先輩も狙われてるんですから、一緒にいないとダメでしょ。
I mean, you know this.
てか、私とウキのこと守ってくださいよ。
Sorry, Harimori. This whole theory falls apart if, like, No just, like, posted a picture on Facebook of them, you know, together. Like, that, it's all ruined if, you know, social media happens. Harimori frowned and glared at me. I will once it's the 4th. Anyway, have you seen Kurusu?
クルス先輩ですか？ついさっき出かけたみたいですけど。
What is this song? I like this. She left? Why? Looked at the clock and saw that it was already past 7.
さあ、慌てて出て行きましたよ。声をかけてもなんだか生返事で。
I'm leaving too. I'll be right back, so just watch Uki for me.
ちょっと！だから私は保護者じゃないですって！先輩！
She screamed at me, but I ignored her and ran down the stairs. Terrible premonition. And my heart was pounding so hard it felt like it would burst out of my chest. I was about to exit through the clinic door. Uki poked her head out from the examination room. There is crime afoot, Uki. I'm going to solve it. Yeah. I'll solve crimes quietly. No, it's just the Kurusu. Something caught my eye in the examination room. It was Dad's computer, the one Kurusu had been using before. A pair of stereo headphones were plugged into the front audio terminal. Thought for a moment, and stopped and went into the examination room. Uki saw the look on my face and drew back a little. She was scared. Dad not here? He's always doing something. Then what's this? Pointing to the headphones, Uki looked troubled. Probably been told not to tell me. Definitely Kurusu had been using them. Of course, she wouldn't need these just to browse the internet. But I could guess what she was doing. Watching YouTube videos. Kurusu's a liar too. It's like I turned out to be. Turned on the computer and looked at the browsing history. She didn't have a habit of deleting it afterwards, but in such a hurry she hadn't had the time to. History list was still there. When I clicked, I found a site with the first video from the Return of Mugen Madness, the Don't Look case. Just looking at this again? Was there something in the background? Put on the headphones and press play. Oh, ah! Screamed and ripped them off. Volume was so loud I thought it would blow out my eardrums. I hear Itou rolling around on the bed behind me. Uki put her hand over my mouth. There is deductive reasoning to do, Uki. Itou can wake up, that doesn't matter. I'm sorry, gesture, and watched as the video kept playing at loud volume. It's close. Was it like a quiet sound effect in the background? I almost went deaf. The volume got set to maximum somehow? Quickly lowered it, and put the headphones back on and looked at the screen. Are you watching this? Uki's voice is soft. I'd actually been told to keep quiet about it. The whole time?
私その映像とっても怖くて見ないようにしてましたから。でもずっとじゃなくて何度も止めたり動かしたりしてた気がします。
There's gotta be like a hidden clue.
そうしたら何かに気づいたみたいで、突然自分の部屋に用があるからしばらく優斗くんをお願いって。それ以上はあんまりわからないです。ごめんなさい。
Her shoulder slumped as if she was ashamed at her uselessness. Oh, thanks anyway. Nodded and told her not to worry about it.
タクル兄ちゃん
Yo. Then I heard a frail voice.
タクル兄ちゃんでしょ
What is Itou the chair? Is he the stool? Did I wake you? I'm sorry.
すみません、ゆうとくん。
It was Itou. He hadn't been asleep after all.
いいんだ。
Looked over at the bed, saw that the drugs had almost put him to sleep again, trying his best to keep his tired eyes open.
あのね、僕、知ってる。
Yeah? Huh?
のの姉ちゃんね、何回も同じところだけ見てたよ。
One part over and over? Only been watching one part of the video? But why? No way! No way. Stared at the computer screen. Rusu found something? Some clue that pointed to the killer? He finds something in this video.
タクル、兄ちゃん。
Huh? Itou, what time was it? Give me a timestamp.
お姉ちゃんの敵を取れるかな。僕とお姉ちゃんをもう二度と会えなくした悪いやつ捕まえられるかな。
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, leave it to me. I'll catch them. Catch them no matter what.
お姉ちゃん。
Itou started to cry, so I left him in Yuki's care as they took the phone out of my pocket, dialed a number I knew very well. Grew more and more anxious with every passing ring. Rusu, where did you go? Pick up the phone. You didn't go to find the killer yourself, did you? Told you not to do that. Exactly what you would have done if you found the killer first, right? Or exactly what you'd think. I felt like I could hear her voice. She didn't go with Sarika, did she? How long are you gonna keep pretending to be my big sister? You're a crybaby and a coward, and you always rely on me. So pick up the phone! Dang it! The only thing I heard was the endless sound of ringing. I have to stop there. Ah, man. I won't be able to record tomorrow either. Oh, it just loops back. Okay. Should we delete the first one? No, the first save is always sentimental, right? We'll start with page 2. Okay, next time. Hold on. I want to see. Here we go. Are we with No or? Come on. Yeah, okay. Okay, stop breathing. I will see you guys next time. It sucks. I'm so into both of them, right? Like, I just ended Fake Grand Order off at an awesome part. I was like, oh, I'll do one Chaos Shot video. Now I want to keep doing more. I don't know what I'm going to do next on Monday. But we'll find out. See you guys then. Bye.